So, Captain Thomas Ryman, redeemed, converted by a stumping preacher named Sam Jones, the hungry little boy who fished for his family and his siblings, grown into a business empire producing arguably sin, and converted, transformed, changed. Ended up funding a mission for the steamboat men that worked for him. And the mission was down on what we call Lower Broad in Nashville, and the lower section of Broadway, which if you go down there now is pretty much a redneck Mardi Gras every night. It's where those bachelorette parties that Joe was talking about happen. He employed full-time ministers. He paid their salary to hold nightly services. He hired teachers for night school for his steamboat men and their families. His generosity to Nashville's poor reached out in all directions. Most people don't know that about him. And again, a revival had broken out all through Middle Tennessee. As a matter of fact, not only was the Ryman Auditorium built, but out in Franklin, where our offices are, 15 miles to the south of Nashville, another 2,500-seat auditorium was built. It was the Franklin Holiness Tabernacle. All the churches in the area came together, put the money in, and built that. Sam Jones, E.M. Bounds, many others spoke at the Franklin Holiness Tabernacle. Now, it was made of wood and clapboard, but also held the same number of people, 2,500 seats, approximately this number of people in there. It was torn down years later, and a pastor friend of mine, Darren Whitehead, where we go to church at Church of the City down in Franklin, was able to get a lot of the parts from the original Franklin Holiness Tabernacle, and this is one of the windows. This window saw that revival that I'm talking about happen. It watched men like Thomas Ryman, Captain Thomas Ryman, become a pillar of society after his life was changed and the intent of his business was shifted from greed to service. This window has seen some very cool things. I've got one of its sisters hanging in the chapel in our offices because I like having things around that have seen things like this window has seen. It's looking at you right now. Remember that what you're doing is holy work. Remember, it's an act of service. You will not get to the end of your life and regret approaching your business at that level. It will not change anything except for the good. And then it also allows you to recognize people in our toxic culture who have lost their way, and you can just say, bless their hearts. Because I know who I am, I know who Ramsey is, I know what we do, and if you don't like it, I'm not taking a poll. This is what we do, and this is who we are, and we're going to be about our business of serving our team, of serving our customers, and enjoying the profits and being generous with those profits. And that's my job at Ramsey. Your job is at your place. Jesus said in Matthew, whoever wishes to become great among you will be your servant. So serve. Serve. And then be unashamedly, wildly successful. Grow your business. If you're doing the right thing, then it's incumbent upon you to grow and grow and grow and do more of it. If you've got an awesome restaurant, you should have 3. Do more of what you're doing because you're awesome, because people's lives are being changed. If you change 10 lives doing this, how about if you changed 100 doing it? How about if you changed 1,000 doing it? If you help 10 people, why don't you help 100 people or 1,000 people? Your mission is noble. Growth should be your goal. At Ramsey, We tell our folks all the time in staff meeting, Pat said you got to say it over and over and over. You got to say it 7 times, right? Let me just tell you, I say it 70 times. Our people almost roll their eyes and make fun of me, but I say it every staff meeting. I'm like, this place exists for the people that are not in this room. I look at our team and I go, you are blessed so that you can be a blessing. You exist for the people that are not in these walls. Your job is to serve that single mom whose husband walked out on her and she can't pay her bills, and we're supposed to reach over and put her in Financial Peace University. Your job is to reach an EntreLeadership and help that business that's growing get better and better and better and better and better. That's your job, is to do things good for people that are not in these walls. And if you're not doing your job, you're not a we. Because this is who we are at Ramsey. And we remind them that every dadgum week. You are blessed for one reason, not for personal intake, but to be a blessing. And over the years, we've managed to go through all the different stages of business, and we've been identifying those and putting them all together and growing them. And, from treadmill operator to pathfinder to trailblazer to peak performer to legacy builders, the stage we're at now. And we've gone through these, and we've got the 6 different things that we've done that we call them business drivers that spin up and cause us to be able to climb and level up and go through these stages. And we put that together. Of course, we call that the EntreLeadership system, right? And over the 30 years, we've gone through all these stages. And over the 30 years, we've worked with a whole bunch of you as you're going through these stages. Some of you are at level 5, and we met you were at level 3. And that's the process. We created this system so that you can grow and lead and serve at a greater level with a greater capacity and with greater joy in the process.